Okay, so when we are getting ready to start these, the first type that they can give you is a polynomial divided by a single constant. A constant is a number. So I'm going to give you like number 1, which is literally on page 370. This is the first one they want you to accomplish, 24x to the 4th divided by 8. So this is a single monomial divided by a single monomial. When you're dividing, you basically just divide the numbers in the front. So this would be like your coefficients. So you would do 24 divided by 8. Keep in mind that when you're dividing, sometimes they don't divide clean, and that means you need to divide by a common factor. 8 does go into 24. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the top by 8 and the bottom by 8 so that you can see what happens. This is like our normal process. You don't have to write this out per se, but this is something you would do in your head. So you would do 24x to the 4th divided by 8 on top, and you would get 3x to the 4th, and 8 divided by 8 on the bottom is 1. And you know, anything over 1 is itself, and this would be your answer. So that's a pretty basic one. They start to get a little bit bigger down near number 9. Number 9 looks like this. This is definitely a polynomial. It's 4 terms on the top, 24x to the 4th. See, now they think you got a little bit going on here. Minus 4x to the 3rd plus x squared minus 16 all divided by 8. So see how they go from like one term divided by 8 to all this stuff divided by 8? So basically what you're going to do for this is you're going to break these up into little pieces. So each term in the top is going to be put over 8. So this would look like 24x to the 4th over 8 minus sign 4x to the 3rd over 8 plus sign x squared over 8 minus sign 16 over 8. So basically just split them up. Okay, so when you have a polynomial divided by a single constant, that's what you would do. You would split them up. Now you can actually go ahead and do your division. So we already did this one. We did this one by dividing top and bottom by 8. And I'm going to do this in a separate color so that you can see it all sorts of loud and proud. So I'm going to divide this by 8 and divide this by 8. And that's going to give me 3x to the 4th over 1. Okay, so I don't have to put the over 1. I know that that's going to be what it's going to be. Okay, second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my 4 and my 8. Now, 4 and 8 can be divided both by 4. So I'm going to divide the top by 4 and the bottom by 4. When I do that, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I'm going to have a minus 1x to the 3rd over 8 divided by 4 is 2. So that's my second term. This one doesn't have anything I can divide top and bottom by, so I just bring this down. This one's already done. I can't do anything with this one. And our last one is just 16 divided by 8. 16 divided by 8 is 2. And this is my final answer. This is what the answer would be to the polynomial. So again, for a constant, you would split these up, divide top and bottom by a common factor, biggest common factor, and then rewrite it as another polynomial. What I'm going to ask you to do is try number 10. So write down number 10 with me, pause it, do it, and then check your answer with mine. Number 10 is 12a to the 4th minus 3a squared plus a minus 6 all over 6. So your job is to pause this right now, try the problem, and then see how you did. I'll be with you in a second. All right, so as you can see, I split up all of my numerator terms and divided them all by 6. Now I'm going to do the division part. So you work on that, and I will be right back. All right, keep in mind that you're looking for the greatest number that divides into both of them. So 6 would divide into 12 and 6. That gives you a 2. A to the 4th, I'm dividing top and bottom by 3. That's going to give me 1a squared over 2. This one doesn't have anything, so I rewrite it, and 6 divided by 6 is 1. So this should be your final answer. I'm glad you guys went through this slide with me. Move on to the next slide, and I'll show you how else they can give you these types of questions.